Hello, trading has closed on March the 18th, 2024. Let's do our disclaimer as we always do. We'll go over our calls and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Tuesday, which is the 19th of March, 2024. Please remember, I can be wrong. All trades should be made at your own risk. Friday's action was pretty weak. I said we should gap up smartly, and if we didn't, I didn't have a call. So we gapped up smartly, and that worked. We had an undefined higher MEJT target that printed, and we said the pattern should have the early low, which is this, and tomorrow should be the pattern with the early high. This high is a Fibonacci target of the prior consolidation. It's a target for it to end. Doesn't have to, but it often is. This is a wall with gap pattern. That's resistance or support. Could be support even though we broke it in the last 5 minutes. I don't care what happens in the last 5 minutes. But all in all, this isn't very healthy action. So just a reminder, we said look for a gap up, rally to a new all-time high. I'm going to backtrack on this one. After today's action, I'm not so certain we're going to a new high. These are the patterns we should see next week. I've added some asterisks here. I think these patterns are correct, but these patterns really tell you the daily change in trend times. They help you make moves, they help you time moves you're going to make anyway. They don't really tell you to buy or sell. These things have a 32 calendar day cycle associated with them. And these days, even though I think with a reasonable degree of confidence these are the right interpretations, a lot of these, seen on their own, can be misinterpreted. So we'll say the pattern isn't always as clear these days, and it probably isn't going to be as helpful as we'd like. And 32 days from now, calendar days, are going to say the same thing. But during the day, here we got an ultimate buy signal and a buy signal and an optional lower target. The lower target printed first. System said it was false. We hit higher prices than we did, so that's played out. Well, this is the count I had, and if so, if this is the right count, this is wave 3. This is 3 of wave red 5, and this is just a consolidation for 2, and we're going to blast off in a wave 3 of multiple degree and have a good rally. And that's possible. That's a wall into the close. Soft and panic selling by the amateurs. You hold this level all day, and with just a few minutes left to trade, you collapse. It's not big money collapsing it for us. But that doesn't always work, and if this were going to be a third wave, I'd like to see more follow through than we got. Now that could all change tomorrow. You open up here, all is forgiven. I'm not even certain we're in wave red 5. This could still be part of the fourth wave. And this was a stilt and a stilt with a diamond, inverted diamond. These patterns often occur back to back, even back to back to back. We could have a stilt-like move down here if that's a diamond, with another diamond on stilts. It's just a very iffy proposition to me. Now again, that break is late. It's often reversed by gapping up smartly. But if we can't take this high out with a gap up, I'm not going to trust this. This isn't the type of action you want to see after a move up like this one. We can clear this though. We're back on track. But I can't even rule out gapping down to here tomorrow. It's very iffy for me. Tuesday's pattern has a early high regardless of where we open. Typically it's a rally day with a high in the final hour. Failure is a straight line drop. We gapped up at a higher high but closed under intraday highs and even under intraday lows. And if that's maintained, it's an if, at the open it's a bearish pattern. Should lead to lower prices, doesn't guarantee a lower close though. Gapping and promptly overtaking the high day kills the call, and that's entirely possible, as the wall into the close often is followed by gapping up. That's often, that's not always. I don't like today's action. I can justify a big drop at the open to complete a diamond non-stills pattern, but that pattern need not go to completion. It's not a lock. As far as I'm concerned, it's a good sit-on-hands moment until we see how we open tomorrow. It's usually a big rally or a big drop, and it's usually clear enough early on which it's going to be. No point that I see in taking the risk unless somebody knows something I don't know, which is often true. So tomorrow it's the pattern with the early high. Usually a rally day. Failure is a straight line drop. I think the weight count justifies either course of action, and I'm sitting on hands until we see what plays out at the open. And that's today's call.